Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Happy Tuesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. Just about 6:08 on Veterans Day as well. So I wanted to make sure to thank all of the veterans that are currently serving or have served on this Veterans Day. Although I know it didn't look or feel like it, and the winds didn't help. So let's take a look at some of those wind gusts that we had today, because in addition to the snow, we did have some gusty winds. Brookfield topping the list over in Madison County, 41 miles an hour. Ridgefield Springs and Sherburne not far behind at 38, so you're tied for second. Lawrence, 36 miles an hour, and Westmoreland had a gust to 34. So in addition to the snow, it also felt colder today, in the teens and 20s for most of the day, thanks to those gusty winds. And I'll talk more about the snowfall totals that we've seen coming up at 10 and 11 tonight, because the snow is still falling. So obviously we're kind of adding on to those totals. I'll talk more about that in a second as well. Where we will continue to add on to the totals, especially is up along the Tug Hill Plateau, where lake effect snow may continue to cause tricky travel. Otherwise, it'll be chilly and mostly cloudy for the rest of the week, with occasional rain and snow showers from the valley on toward the south. And the weekend brings somewhat calmer and sunnier weather, but still cool, with temperatures on either side of 40 degrees. That's before some more precipitation returns to the area. That's coming up in the 7-day forecast in just a second. It looks rather dreary in downtown Utica, and we have seen some snow showers return to the area. 33 degrees, winds out of the west at 12 miles an hour. But again, we have seen some higher gusts today. That's making it feel like 24, and that dew point is at 30. So that means temperatures will continue to drop from where they are right now. And where they are right now is not very warm, only in the middle and upper 20s to the low and mid 30s. At least there was some melting out there today, because some areas did get up into the mid 30s. But again, that lake effect snow being driven by the northwesterly wind. And we are still seeing some higher gusts out there right now, down toward the south and east, where we saw some of those higher gusts today, as I just showed you. And that'll continue to be the case during the overnight hours. Now, in southern Herkimer County, the winter weather advisory expired at 6 p.m. For Oneida, Madison, Onondaga counties, it was supposed to expire at 6 p.m., but because we are expecting another additional inch or two between now and 10 p.m., it has been extended to then Jefferson, Lewis, Oswego County, and continues till 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You can see we have some snow occurring now to the south of the Mohawk Valley, light to moderate in nature, but definitely not heavy like it was at this time this morning, when it was falling at the rate of an inch an hour. That storm continues to pull up toward the north and east. We'll still see a northwesterly wind behind it, but overnight tonight and through tomorrow, it'll transition to the west-southwest. So that's why Jefferson, Lewis, and Oswego County up along the Tug Hill Plateau will see some moderate to heavier lake effect snow continuing, and then we'll see rain and snow showers both to the north and south of the valley. And in the valley, it'll transition over to a bit of rain by the time we head toward your Wednesday afternoon. So just be mindful of that as well. Temperatures also slightly warmer tomorrow, in the middle and upper 30s. Again, the snowfall totals will just depend on where you are. And it looks like the chances for rain and snow showers will continue through at least Thursday and Friday before we calm down over the weekend. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, George.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And 10:17 exactly is your time on your late Tuesday evening. And happy Veterans Day to all who have served and are currently serving. We thank you very much for your service. Although it didn't look or feel much like Veterans Day with the snow and the wind out there. With anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of snow in the greater Utica area, that already puts us above average for the season, believe it or not. So let's take a look at the early season snow facts. As I mentioned, again, above average already for the season. Normally by this date we have 2.1 inches of snow for the season, and our average first measurable snow, which is 1/10 of an inch or higher, is typically occurs on November 6th. So we're a little bit behind schedule, but now we're above average, so kind of even things out. The earliest is October 1st of 1946. We had 6/10 of an inch of snow that day. The latest, December 11th of 98, when we had 0.2 inches of snow. The most for the month of November, just shy of 3 feet in 1995, and the least being a trace both in 1966 and 1998. respectively. And then, of course, that was followed by the 2/10 of an inch measurable snow in the month of December. Right now, it is also, it was also cold today, but temperatures got up into the mid-30s in downtown Utica and in many of the surrounding areas. So at least there was some melting out there, which did help a bit with the road conditions. But temperatures up toward the north, some of you didn't even make it to the freezing point, like Lake Pleasant at 29. Right now in downtown Utica, we're still sitting at 33 degrees after, again, that high of 34. Winds at the west at 5 miles an hour, making it chillier with 29 for that current temperature, and that's going to continue to drop as well a little bit during the overnight hours. We have some areas up toward the north that are below freezing and down toward the south as well, so still below average for this time of year. And lake effect snow is going to be causing some tricky travel up along the Tug Hill Plateau, but as we go through the next couple of days from the valley on toward the south, it'll remain chilly and mostly cloudy with a mix of both rain and snow showers at times. And the start of the weekend is calmer and sunnier and still cool with temperatures right around 40 degrees. The only areas under a winter weather advisory: Jefferson, Oswego, and Lewis County up along the Tug Hill Plateau. And that goes till tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, because the winds are coming in out of the southwest. So that means that there will be more snow coming off the eastern and southeastern end of Lake Ontario, but not as much of it will be coming toward the valley on toward the south, just like we saw this morning into last night as well. And that area of low pressure continues to depart up toward the north and east. So a lot of clouds, lake effect snow showers continuing during the overnight hours and during the day tomorrow, with again most of the accumulation occurring just to the east of Lake Ontario up on the Tug Hill Plateau, where there could be as much as 4 to 8 inches, a little bit less as you head toward the south. Again, that's through 7 p.m. tomorrow, but even rain and snow shower chances will continue into Thursday and Friday before the weekend quiets down. Thomas, back to you.
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And just about 11:12 on your late Veterans Day evening, and happy Veterans Day once again to all who have served or are currently serving. We certainly thank you for your service, but the weather today didn't make it feel much or look much like Veterans Day out there, with snow, cold, wind. And here's a look at how much snow we saw, at least in the greater Utica area. These are some of the higher amounts that we saw today. Utica had 6.5 inches. South Utica not far behind with exactly half a foot. Whitesboro not far behind on that, closing in at a foot there, 5.8 inches. Both the Mills, New York, and Clark Mills with 5 inches exactly. And this New York Mills total, that occurred between 6 and 11 o'clock this morning. So they had 5 inches in 5 hours. You do the math, that's an average snowfall rate of 1 inch an hour, and that's what many of us saw during the morning commute and through the mid-morning hours. Obviously not anything like that out there right now downtown Utica, but we are seeing a lot of clouds, a calm wind, temperature 33 degrees, so because of that calm wind, it still feels like 33, but temperatures overnight tonight will drop into the upper 20s and low 30s, and there will be some wind out there, but it's out of the west-southwest tonight, so that's the reason why we expect more snowfall accumulation on the Tug Hill Plateau, where temperatures right now are in the upper 20s and lower 30s out there. And we are seeing another weak storm system building in from the west. And not only will we be seeing lake effect snow causing tricky travel up on the Tug Hill Plateau, but that'll keep chilly and mostly cloudy weather throughout the week, with occasional rain and snow showers not only through tomorrow but Thursday and into part of Friday as well, before the weekend starts calmer, sunnier, and still on the cool side with temperatures around 40, and it looks like we could close out the weekend with some rain. I'll have the 7-day for you in just a minute, but as I mentioned, up on the Tug Hill Plateau tonight and through tomorrow is we're expected to see more substantial snowfall accumulation. So for that reason, a winter weather advisory continues through the day tomorrow for Lewis County and then off toward the west, Jefferson on Oswego County, and I'll have that snowfall accumulation for you coming up in just a second. So there's that weak storm system building in from our west right now, so that means snow showers and flurries will return to the forecast during the overnight hours. The main system, however, is moving up into Atlantic Canada right now, so that's the reason why for the largely westerly wind. Futurecast showing us the clouds and the snow showers, the west-southwesterly breeze overnight tonight, and that means that west-southwesterly breeze means more snow coming in off the Lake Ontario toward the Tug Hill Plateau, and we'll keep snow and rain showers in the valley and on toward the south in the forecast through the day tomorrow. Temperatures tomorrow will also be a little bit warmer. However, it'll only feel like the mid and low 30s throughout the day, with the wind out there out of the southwest at around 5 to 15 miles an hour. There could be as much as 4 to 8 inches additional snowfall on the Tug Hill Plateau through tomorrow evening, and that's before we see more rain and snow showers for Thursday and Friday before the weekend starts quieter, and then we see more rain and snow showers returning for the start of next week. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. When we